Welcome back. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Every day in the United States, listen to this, at least 9 people die and 100 people are injured in distracted driving crashes. Tonight, we introduce you to a local family who's trying to change laws after their son was killed by a distracted driver.
We have seen a certain side of hell in life that nobody should have to.
Brooke and Jordan Shearer sitting down with us to tell their story and hopefully help save lives. More on that in a moment, but first we go back to September 15th, 2016, Florida.
So we, lived in a suburb of Tampa called Riverview.
They were traveling north on Interstate 75.
And we had pulled up to what we learned later was a 3-mile backup to a crash that was ahead.
Jordan was behind the wheel. Brooke was in the passenger seat. In the back, there are 2 children, 5-year-old Mallory and 9-year-old Logan.
We had just stopped, and I remember starting to tell him that there was an accident ahead. I don't think I was able to finish my sentence before I remember hearing a loud noise.
That loud noise, Brooke says, was the driver behind them slamming into the back of their vehicle.
The next thing I knew, I was awake. I could smell burning.
Jordan was slumped over the wheel, but breathing. Mallory was screaming in the back seat.
I remember walking around and people had gotten Logan out of the car. And that's when I noticed, as they were giving him CPR, he was blue. And the last image I remember of my son is him laying under a yellow tarp on the side of the road.
State police estimated the driver of the other vehicle was traveling more than 100 miles an hour.
He doesn't even turn his wheels. The photos show the wheels of his vehicle are straight into the back of our car.
The couple says he never braked because he was looking at his phone.
There were absolutely no aversive measures taken because he's buried in his device.
After the crash, the family moved back to Indiana and started Living for Logan, a nonprofit aimed at educating people about the dangers of distracted driving.
We work to prevent them from ever having to knowing what it's like to walk daily in our shoes.
They do that by talking at schools and working with lawmakers on changing legislation, first in Florida and now here in Indiana, where it's currently against the law to text while driving.
But now you've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu.
And now they're urging lawmakers to toughen the laws.
We'd like to see a positive hands-free bill put up soon.
Until then, they say they will continue to work to inform people about the dangers of distracted driving.
What happened to us and what happened to Logan was completely avoidable. So then it just becomes, this did not need to happen. This never should have happened.
Couple's daughter, Mallory, physically doing well, but desperately misses her brother. On a happier note, the family will be growing later this year. Brooke is pregnant with a baby girl. If you would like to learn more about Living for Logan and how you can get involved, head on over to our website, wishtv.com.